Hello, welcome to Smosh Mouth. I'm Shane.
And I'm Amanda, and we have a very, very special episode, and we have two special guests, Spencer and Courtney.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm Spencer.
Guys,
Courtney.
it's finally the episode. It's been months in the making. Forever ago, Spencer and I pranked Amanda into believing that Five Nights at Freddy's was a true story that really happened.
Yeah.
Which maybe there's some truth to that. And then that led to us playing a bunch of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, which I dreaded. I hated it.
I loved it.
Yeah, this ended up being the best thing for Amanda. But throughout all of this, we have not told Amanda what the actual story is, what's going on. You've been guessing this whole time.
I have.
But today we're going to do our best because it is there's a lot of depth and there's a lot of debate. But we're going to do our best to explain the real story of Five Nights at Freddy's to you.
Oh.
I want to preface by saying we will, because it's just, there's a whole lot. There's a lot of different theories, and it's all really just a theory.
Okay.
We're probably going to f some things up. I know I will. So
We know Scott did.
Yeah. Whoa. So the comments, there's going to be people who are going to be mad at us, and I'm saying me because I'm probably going to really.
They're gonna be mad at you, Amanda.
No, I can't take that.
But we're going to do our best. We want to just introduce you, and I will say, like, when we get Matt Pat someday, he can really clear everything up. But before Matt Pat, we're going to give you the one.
So you guys are going to do your best.
We're going to do our best. Courtney made this awesome board.
That's so good.
Conspiracy board.
For the people who are catching up still on the lore of this situation, why are me and Spencer here?
Well,
Oh.
Spencer and
We
Courtney.
got married in the.
Yeah. Courtney, you got super into Five Nights at Freddy's. I feel like roughly around the time when we pranked Amanda.
A little bit before. It was when we went to Horror Nights and they had the Blumhouse exhibit.
Yeah.
I've always loved animatronics, and like I used to spend hours as a kid Googling like robot dinosaur videos because I was like, that's the coolest thing in the world. And then we went to this Blumhouse exhibit at Horror Nights where they had the animatronics on display. And I was just so into it. And like I had always loved the Jack Black video where he goes, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I love this vibe. I think I need to dive in. And then that's where it all started.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Courtney, I think, is actually knows far more about the lore than I do. You're invested.
I believe that.
And I actually think by the end of today, you might know more than me. I have realized every step of the way that I'm like, I thought I knew what was going on. I realize I don't.
And Spencer knows more than all of us probably, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah, Spencer, talk about this vest that you're wearing, and then go into.
So last year, Alex and I went to Gen Con, and all the the official Gen Con helpers had these fishing vests on. And I was like, those look cool as hell. And so I've kind of been looking for one for a while, and I finally found one on eBay, and so I ordered it.
It's pretty cool.
It's excellent. So does this help you tell the lore?
Yeah, well, I kind of wanted to go all in and dress like a full-on conspiracy theorist, like with like a bucket hat and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? This feels like a good time to debut the vest.
I love it.
It's pretty awesome.
I think it's incredible because all of us are in jean jackets, and you're in this vest.
Yeah, we actually thought you were going to wear a jean jacket with us, and then you showed up in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you guys feel?
I feel pretty good.
I feel like you have answers. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that's the vibe I wanted
Yeah.
to put out.
So is it a play on words like you said, lore,
Yeah.
vest?
No, that just struck me.
That worked
That's
out.
amazing.
That's pretty
Struck me
sick.
like a
Wow.
speeding bullet.
Wow.
Before we get into this, I should also say I messed my finger up with a vegetable peeler really bad. And so that's why I have a cast on my fingies.
Was it a vegetable peeler or was it Freddy?
The cut of
It
24.
was the cut of 24. No, I truly the like tip of my finger.
No. I've heard it too many times now. I can't hear it again. You chopped your
My
little
finger looks like Frankenstein. It's the tip of it had to be sewn back on.
Ah!
And it's black thread like a freaking like a Tim Burton character.
Oh my God, you're literally Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, look at their faces.
Like,
They look
look at
like
you.
they're
That's
sewn
you.
together.
Me?
You just look.
That's
about?
No,
you.
you're Springtrap.
Okay.
Or
we're gonna get
Foxy.
to it. What the f?
What?
wait, so did you hit both fingers?
Yeah, the very tip of this one, and then my middle finger is the one that got really messed up.
Oh, so you can't flip me off ever.
Well, he can now. It just looks really silly.
Ew! I can't take that
And when we
serious.
film, I think we're filming stuff on green screen.
We're gonna have
It's
some
looking
fun, dude.
Incredible.
No,
I'm gonna
turns
flip people
out-
off, and it's gonna be half my finger.
Turns out Kermit the Frog was a finger donor.
Wow.
Wow.
For
No,
those
it's
listening.
Shrek.
Anyways,
That's definitely
No, it's Shrek.
before we start, I'd like us all to go around and say which character we feel the most connected to in Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
I'll start.
Who are you most connected to?
Chica.
Yeah?
Because I feel like all the other ones were like, whoa, what the hell? And then with Chica, it's like, what the hell is going on? Like, I felt like I wanted to know her, you
Yeah.
know? Because she really progressed in
Well,
like
because in
a,
the second one is when she's suddenly like,
yeah,
well,
different
that's Toy Chica, I think.
toy Chica, and then she becomes a woman, and then
Shadow Chica.
Shadow Chica,
Nightmare
and then
Chica.
was it Security Breach where she's like kind of a little
well, yeah,
not
that's
well?
that's not even Chica. That's a whole different. Those are different ones.
Okay,
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll
We'll get there.
Spencer.
Michael Afton because he smells bad.
Okay.
Okay, don't know who that is.
You'll find out. You'll find out.
Okay, Court.
I really Bonnie's my favorite, but maybe I'm more connected to Foxy.
Ooh, okay.
Foxy Rising.
And I'm Balloon Boy.
You're Balloon Boy. You're the nightmare.
Hello.
Hello.
You're such a
Hello?
nightmare.
Hi. Hi.
Oh.
Um.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Before we start now, Amanda, you've been talking about what you think is going on.
Yeah.
What are your theories? What do you believe is the story of?
You go first.
Yeah, now that you've played all the games, what have you gathered?
Generally, you don't have to nail every single part.
I will
What
give
do
you
what do think
guys
is going on.
the spark notes. I definitely think there's a fungus going on.
Okay.
There is an underlayer connecting underneath the pizza parlor or whatever it's called.
Okay.
And they're all connected, and like all the like little souls are connected, and they're controlling the animatronics. And when one animatronic gets hurt, the other one feels it.
Oh.
And then when they were at what's the house one? What's
the Five Nights at 4.
so
bedroom?
when they were there, the animatronics lured the kids to this house to have like a pizza party hangout, and they trapped them there.
Ooh.
And they had to do it like they have to have some type of charismatic powers to make the parents just be like, yeah, sure, take my kid, you know?
Interesting.
And I think it's like they're all working together because they're all fungus underneath.
Okay.
They're all connected.
Well, you're wrong about some stuff, but honestly, Amanda, there's a lot of stuff you're gonna be like, wow, I wasn't far off.
Really?
I think.
Okay.
Sort of.
What
Oh,
you
God.
just said? No.
Yeah.
No, that's
Everything
a different franchise.
incredible. Every word of what you just said was wrong. No.
Hey!
Billy, what you just said.
Fine.
But
No, but you did
I can't wait for
correctly.
you to
You did
learn.
correctly 1-to-1 do the plot of Resident Evil 7, which was actually incredible.
yeah, and you
That's
haven't-
the plot of Resident Evil 7,
Yep.
guess you have to play that.
which we'll be playing.
You're gonna love that game.
Wait, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
gonna
a lot of
love
fungus.
that.
Is it scarier than
So much fungus.
It's different.
It's a different kind of.
I love fungus in like the really positive way, but also like to think of it as a scary way is
Yeah.
cool.
You like
yeah.
you like a fun guy.
Yeah, I like a fun guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Okay, let's begin then with this. Let's start off with the first game, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
So you're a security guard. You're working at a pizza place.
Michael Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt.
Mike Schmidt.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
memory.
Not Michael. Mike.
Now, something that there was a lot of lore that we probably didn't pick up on because we were talking whenever the phone calls came.
Yeah,
in
we
and-
talked
and
the
they were
whole
telling us
time.
about it.
Maybe
we were like,
they-
how do we play?
But in that one, he talks about a bite that happens. That I believe, yeah, it's Five Nights at Freddy's 1 that he's talking about.
He talks about the bite of 87,
Yes,
which is different from the bite of 83.
there's two different bites.
But you only at this point learned about the bite of 87.
Bite of 87.
Okay.
Now, the bite of 87, as far as we know, there's not a ton of details on it, but we know that a guest was bitten by one of the animatronics.
So let me stop you right there.
Okay, whoa.
Who's
So
got the
I,
vest on?
I actually I downloaded all this right before.
Great,
So do you want to start in chronological order? Do
Yes.
you want to start at the beginning?
Yes.
Okay, so in the beginning there are these two guys. One is William Afton.
Wait, hold on, stop. Do we really want to go through the entire?
I think I can speed us through and like get us to the games pretty quickly.
Okay,
So there's William Afton.
Okay.
And he is an Imagineer type guy. There's William Afton, and then there's Henry Emily, and they're business partners.
What a name.
Yeah. So they're business partners. They're business partners, and like we want to make Freddy Fazbear's whatever pizzeria.
Okay.
There's like a million different like Freddy Fazbear's.
Yeah,
like,
because
things.
first of all, even you're wrong there. because they both had their own, and then they kind of started working together.
Oh yeah, well, they had Freddy, like it's like Freddy's Diner or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Fredbear's Family Diner.
Yeah, so the two
They
of
had
them.
their own. They had a restaurant. No, the animatronics there were like normal,
They're suits at first.
or their suits, but it was nothing crazy.
So there were people in the suits.
Well, so William's claim to fame is he invented the spring lock suit, which is it's essentially an animatronic, so it's on stage, it's doing its fucking thing, and then if you like press this button or whatever on the back, it kind of flips open.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you've been seeing, and then you could get into it and then move it around, so it's like an animatronic / suit. That's like his.
A little bit of both.
That's
I would
his
never get in that
technology.
suit, but
No,
Exactly.
well, and they're apparently very dangerous because the lock mechanisms could fuck up, and then the person inside would get skewered by the suit.
And then so that was like kind of his like claim to fame, and they had their thing where like it was like a Chuck E. Cheese basically.
Yeah.
And then that's when things started to go wrong.
Uh-oh, someone got in the suit, and that's the bite of 87?
Kind
Actually,
of.
no.
No,
So first he had the bite of 83. So he had 3 kids. William did. William Afton had 3 kids. Of his 3 kids, one of them, the youngest one, who you play in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, when you're the little kid running around, he is deathly afraid of the animatronics. I think
The one who...
Because he saw something.
I think his name is Evan. So Evan's like the little kid, and
never
he's,
saw his name. How did
Yeah.
you find out his name?
it's in one of the books, I guess.
Oh.
So
There's
he's
books?
So, okay, this is why I was nervous about going in chronological order, because I think it might be a lot harder to download to Amanda's mind. But, like, the lore is basically, Amanda, the lore is so big, and the creator got so deep and entangled in his own lore that there's literally books, there's, like, toy, like, journals that have clues, and Easter eggs are in every piece of his merchandise about this entire franchise. And so it's like there's a lot, and it's really, at a certain point, it's a lot of guessing.
He's actually texting me lore right now.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Scott Cawthorn?
Yep.
He also had a habit, like people had, like it became a game for people who played the games to find hidden Easter eggs in these video games, basically, where
So fun.
if you had to turn up the brightness on a certain frame in the video game, and then you'd find like a secret word or stuff like that, like, or a code.
That's why
Like,
the lore
it
is such a
literally
big deal.
That's why people are so obsessed with this, is because it's a lot, it's like controversial because there's so many secrets and so many missed things, and there's the biggest way that you learn the lore of these stories is in those mini games where it's the 8-bit stuff. That's where you learn most of the story, and sometimes you don't even get all of those when you play through. And sometimes you have to play it a certain way in order to get a certain cutscene that will tell you something very dark and
Yeah.
very
By like
and very
failing
crazy.
it or winning.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so we
he's
didn't get
got-
everything, but we got a lot of good stuff.
So-
played.
So in 4, you're the little kid and you're running around, and those are basically his nightmares. Like he is having nightmares
Whose
about
nightmares? The kid?
the kid
Got it.
Evan Afton, I think is his name. Again,
Got
like-
it.
We just jumped really far.
Well, yeah. So he's running around. He's having all these nightmares and stuff like that. And then like you know how like you do the mini game and you're kind of walking through, and then you see the Foxy mask pop out. Mm-hmm. That's your older brother, Michael Afton. So that is the older brother, and he knows that you, Evan Afton, are really afraid of the animatronics. So he's kind of scaring you, and then it kind of culminates in a prank where William Afton, and I think you guys saw this, and it's where Michael Afton. It gets really confusing. Michael Afton, and all his buddies, they take Evan Afton, and they're all at the pizzeria, and they're like, hey, like stick your head in the machine, stick your head in Freddy Fazbear or whatever fucking thing, and then the machine
animatronics are the
snaps.
The kids,
Well, not yet.
In the cutscene, the kids put his head in.
Yeah, so they like their prank is like, haha, we're gonna stick you in the animatronic. The animatronic snaps and essentially kills
One of the sons.
the son. So one of the sons, it's a Cain and Abel situation, kills the other son. Well, he technically puts him in a coma or whatever, and like the 5th night is like you in a coma. But yeah, so you, the player of the 4th game, are killed basically at the end by the other son.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
By the other son. So there's 3 sons.
There's 2 sons and a daughter. We haven't even gotten to the daughter
Yeah,
yet.
I
Is
feel
she
like
Chica?
No.
No.
She becomes
Hold on.
She's
Hey,
on
Spencer,
there.
I think we're really getting ahead of ourselves. I really do.
This is the first in chronological order of the games.
Wow.
4.
So one important thing
This
to
is
know.
fun. I'm having
I know.
3 people tell me the lore.
I know, and there's going to be a lot of arguing because it's all theories from different people. Like, you watched a different YouTubers' videos than I did.
Yeah.
So I think we have
Courtney's
different.
an expert on the Matt.
I watched all the
Patrick.
Matt Pat videos, so I think they're different. I think they have different theories.
Is Matt Pat 100% correct?
Well, there's a lot of controversy because Matt Pat got so deep into the lore that people argued that Scott, the creator, actually was like, yeah, that is the lore because he
Created
got so
games.
lost in his own story.
Got it.
But one thing that is important also is, the games are in an order, but that's not the story's order. There's like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sister location, whatever. That's not how the order of it all happening.
Yeah, 4 takes place first.
Yeah, 4 is
Oh,
first.
and 4 is
For the
with
kid.
the kid and the rock stars.
No,
that was
Security
the-
Breach.
that's the
not
last
on here.
one.
That we.
Oh, 4 is the Texas Chainsaw
bedroom.
House.
The
Yes,
4 is
that's
the
the one where you
bedroom.
thought the kid was. It's like they're being invited back to this house for the pizza party, but actually you're playing as one of the children of the creator of Freddy.
The
Fazbear's.
animatronics.
While they're
the guy
still
who- the guy-
alive.
Yeah,
And
he's still alive during the game, and then he is killed, I think, between the 4th and 5th night.
Well, and there's controversy because at first the creator said it was all a dream, and then later he said it's actually not, and that there was a lot more to the story. Because there was apparently, Scott said that, I keep calling him Scott like I know him on his first name basis. I don't know this man.
That's what my friend
know his
talks about
values.
Markiplier. It's really funny. She's like, I'm watching the new Mark video. I'm like, that's crazy.
Weird. But yeah, like this kid gets bitten and his dad is devastated and is kind of making sure that he can make his son okay again. And that ultimately is what drives him insane.
Yeah.
Why are the animatronics at his house in the 4th one?
Well,
They aren't.
they.
Up for debate.
It's up for debate there
Oh.
too. But he is the creator of these animatronics, so there
Oh.
are theories that, and you were saying like, oh, something's connected underneath. There's theories that there was something connected to him making animatronics and robotics underneath his house that were then tormenting
Okay.
kids.
Okay. It's
But
not
there's also
everything I said.
the original theory of like, oh, it's all a dream. So it's kind of like it's up for debate, but
Got it.
there are theories that there was stuff that was coming up that the
Yeah.
dad was using.
In the books, it's like very clear that a factory or a facility is connected to a house.
Yeah, that's sister look. That was the.
So I think
Yeah.
for me, I think that we should go in order, not based on the games, but in order where like the origin story starts, and give me which game that correlates to.
So that was
Right?
that was 4, and then so after the kid is bitten, after his brother shoves him in the animatronic and he's bitten, that is the bite of 83.
That's the first one.
That's the first bite.
And that happens at
in the 4th game.
That happens.
diner.
But that
No,
happened-
no, sorry. The names of all like the pizzerias, it's like the diner, the pizzeria, the pizza store, like it doesn't frankly make any sense. But it's like basically they keep closing and reopening and closing and reopening, and it's confusing, and I think we should de-emphasize like the names of the basically like it happened at one of the pizza places.
Okay.
Know that there are multiple locations of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Like, because it was successful, so they opened up new ones,
Got
but
it.
sometimes they would close down because of controversies such as that.
Yeah, like controversies. Like there was one location where they had the animatronics, and then there was for some reason kids kept getting murdered at this place, so they closed it down. And they opened a new location with those the toy animatronics that you see. Supposedly, I think I have that right. And those ones were built with this special predator pedophile detecting security wear in their technology for some reason, and then but it still just like keeps happening and they don't know why.
So the animatronics started killing kids after they bit the creator's
They were just-
son.
that was a mistake.
because we haven't gotten to the concept of possession, or like as it happens in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe. So after a child is killed in or around the animatronic, typically they will possess the animatronic. And the first instance,
the child's soul will possess the animatronic.
and the first instance of this is in the 4th game, which is the first in the chronological order. After the child is bitten, Evan, he kind of takes he's in the Fredbear animatronic. And the Fredbear one's confusing.
I remember that because didn't he say like climb in me to be safe?
That was security breach.
That's security
That's a
breach,
different
and
Freddy.
that's
Oh.
I wouldn't worry about
Got
that
it.
game.
there's
too much.
there's
That's-
Fredbear
Because
and
the
there
game is not good.
no there's
There's
Fredbear and then there's Freddy Fazbear. It's fucking and
There's
there's
Rockstar
Golden
Freddy.
I think we're okay. If I can pause for a second, I think we're getting into a lot of nuances
Yeah.
first. I'd rather us focus on William Afton.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like
William-
and that story first, and
Yeah.
then we can start branching out into the more nuanced things.
Yeah.
So yeah, so for William Afton has 2 sons and a daughter.
Got
The
it.
one son accidentally kills the other son.
Yep.
And this drives William basically crazy.
Yep.
He's already kind of a crazy guy.
Yeah.
He's already a
Got
very
it.
determined. Like think about the weird types out there who run big companies. And
Yeah,
stuff,
he's
and they're very
obsessed with his craft.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
obsessed with animatronics.
scientist.
And he wants to make these things. He's also got a fear of death, a lot of people talk about in their theories, and a desire to live forever kind of thing. Now,
Oh.
he starts going crazy after his son's bite. And he has his business partner.
When you
Henry.
say bite, is he dead?
he's
he's
in
dead.
yeah,
He
basically,
goes into a coma and then he dies.
yeah.
Oh.
But he has his business partner, Henry Emily, who he feels a lot of animosity and jealousy towards.
Why?
Henry and Emily they both had like they made animatronics basically. Henry Emily made a different kind and they were like newer, and when they had come together they had kind of disputed over which animatronics would be on the stage and stuff, and I think there's a lot of resentment from William Afton, and it was just like they didn't get along very well and they didn't stay working together for very long.
So which animatronics did Henry Emily make?
He made if we're going back further, then they did originally start by having their own restaurant types of places.
Yep.
And Henry Emily was known for having Chica's
Mm-hmm.
Party World or something like that. It was, but he had made Chica, and he had made.
Is he more of the rock
He
star?
made Bonnie.
He made Bonnie and or no.
Yeah, because William Afton had this one, and there was disputing over which
They used to
Bunny
get
would
in
be on
the
stage.
when they were at the diner, they would be the ones in the costumes.
Right. I was wondering that.
Yeah, so I think Henry would be Bonnie and William would be Fredbear.
Yeah. So they
Oh.
came together to make the diner.
Okay.
And then they eventually opened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. So they were doing really well. But William Afton starts to lose his fucking mind.
Yeah.
And he's crazy.
Right.
And he's becomes kind of a sadistic monster.
Okay.
And he eventually, I believe, he murders children. And the first one he murders is Henry Emily's daughter.
Oh.
This is after though he loses his own daughter.
Yeah, but that's too deep. We got
We'll go back to that later.
Oh.
Because I wanted to get just to the main Five Nights first. So he kills Henry Emily's daughter, and now we get into the whole
Family dispute.
Yeah, but I don't think Henry Emily knows that William Afton's the one who killed her.
And how does he kill her? He goes into the animatronic.
She is outside of a birthday party at like one of the establishments.
You
and,
see this in an 8-bit cutscene.
and she is being protected by the puppet. The puppet is someone who
Yeah.
Henry Emily makes to basically protect kids from like the murderous.
He's the scariest.
Yeah.
He's
You
the
sure about that?
scariest.
I'm pretty sure.
looking
I
thing.
see because the theory I read is once she is murdered, William Afton murders her. She then, her ghost, her spirit, possesses the puppet.
That is correct.
Do you remember the puppet
Yeah.
thing that if you didn't wind the thing up,
I
it would pop out?
remember. And the little kid that came up.
Yeah,
Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy. So
Oh, that
so
was
she,
Balloon Boy.
so she
Shame.
possesses the puppet. But then William Afton, and we'll probably dial it back at some point, but William Afton then continues killing kids.
And it's because he wants to it's because he keeps just wanting to bring back his own kid, basically.
He wants to learn more about how the possession stuff works. So he's like, if I can
so his kid can come back even
exactly
if he's
because
possessed.
that's I think you have it on there.
Mad
where it's
scientist.
where I will put you back together. That's what he says to his son as his son is like slipping into death from the coma.
And I think there's probably different theories on his reasoning why, but we know for sure that he murders a bunch of kids. Now he murders a bunch
Cool.
he murders a bunch of kids, and with the help of now that the girl is possessing the puppet, she helps guide these kids' spirits into the animatronics.
Yeah.
And
And
so
Henry Emily's like, what's happening?
Exactly.
pretty much. So you were saying it was a fungus. We finally get to one of the answers, big answers. You thought it was a fungus. It was actually that all of these animatronics that you saw in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 have the ghosts of children that the creator had murdered, and they possessed these animatronics.
And supposedly in one of the cutscenes of when the first kid gets or is it the second kid? No. Basically, William Afton would stuff their bodies into the animatronics to hide them. And apparently one of his kids saw that, and that's why he was so afraid of the animatronics at some point.
So,
See,
so none of the owner's kids are actually in the animatronics except for the puppet.
Well, Henry Emily's
Daughter is in the
spirit
puppet.
but
But none of
otherwise
the
it's just
others.
other kids that what he would do is he would get in the Freddy suit, he would lure kids to the back and then kill them.
I
And then-
remember seeing this. I
And it's-
remember remember we saw an old man in the Freddy suit?
That's William Afton.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Remember?
And what color
at the,
was he?
At the fourth one, it was the beginning part, it almost looked like what's the Pac-Man game?
Yeah,
Remember it was
yeah.
like dee 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 dee,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it
yeah.
looks
What
like
color?
an old man.
That's when I say 8-bit. That's that pixely.
Yeah. What color? What? Oh. Yeah,
that
but
look
then
familiar? Does that look
I
familiar?
remember the purple one looks familiar, but then I remember I could actually tell it was an old man
Interesting.
in the Freddy suit, and I can't remember which one it was.
So he wasn't old; he was dead. I think if what you're talking about, because like
Oh.
essentially, we'll get there. But so
That should be the title of this
Yeah,
podcast.
we'll get there.
Essentially, we'll get there.
so after the fourth game, blah blah blah. Then you have like quickly, like the daughter, Henry Emily's daughter,
That's
dies, becomes the puppet.
Wild.
Then you have the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Henry Emily's daughter was murdered by William.
Afton.
Afton.
Yeah.
Afton.
And
William
then,
Afton's the murderer. He's killing.
He's the bad guy.
kids.
um,
He is the ultimate bad guy.
and
My
then
God.
and then you have the events of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, which is the one where you're sitting there in the security room, and it's like
The vents.
it's black in front of you. You kind of click the flashlight.
Yes.
So that one you play.
And Springtrap is the only one that can.
That's
No,
three.
that's 3. That one's it's confusing.
Okay.
3.
2 is the one where you didn't need to use the cameras.
That's the
Remember?
mask you put on the
Yes,
mask.
yes,
mask you
yes,
put
yes.
on,
I
yeah.
thought right. I thought the mask was also you use the flashlight in front and Springtrap.
It's not Springtrap. No.
So 2
Okay.
is 3 is the one where you're just seeing that guy. pretty
that
much.
bunny guy that
Yeah.
messed. That's
The one that
Springtrap.
moved differently.
Yeah.
The one who'd
that-
be peeking at out the doorway and he'd
Yeah.
just be looking at you.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
Springtrap.
2
Yeah.
is the one we did mostly in VR, where you
Yeah.
have to pick the thing up and put it on.
Yes, the
and then
mask.
they come
Yeah.
straight down, and
That's where Chica's suddenly like
Sexy.
different looking.
and also
mouth is a thumb.
huge in VR.
yeah.
She is so tall in VR.
So the second one you play as, I think, kind of just a normal security guard for the first like 5 nights.
Yeah, but it's the security shirt that makes the animatronics be like, "Oh, you're the bad guy."
Yeah.
Why? Oh, because William.
Yeah,
Got it.
But then
it's a purple shirt.
basically at the end of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, you are killed off screen. That is the bite of 87. That is when
William
you have
Afton is? No. Oh, sorry. Me. The
yeah,
security guard.
you the security guard in 2, you have your frontal lobe bitten out, and like at a birthday party, because the phone guy who calls you is like, hey, like I need you to like wear the security guard outfit and stay close to the animatronics, and then your frontal lobe is bitten out.
Security guard is William Afton.
No. And then
Come on.
and then after he dies, there is like a 6th or 7th night, I'm not sure which, and that's when you take over and you play as Michael Afton, the other son, the son who accidentally killed his brother.
Oh, but is he alive?
He's alive. The brother,
How does he live with
He's
himself?
alive, but he smells bad.
yeah, he's alive, but he smells bad.
Why is that? Why is
get
that
into
part of it?
Okay. But then, so after 2 ends, then it goes into 1, and 1
In the order.
in chronological order, then it's 1, and that is where you're playing as Mike Schmidt, aka Michael Afton, who is William Afton's son, who is basically he's going around, and at the end when it's like you're fired for tampering with the electronics, it's because he's kind of trying to find and like dismantle like everything that's happening.
So Michael is trying to. So Michael killed his brother. He's trying to dismantle the animatronics because he feels bad that he killed his brother and he wants to stop his dad. Or
Yeah, more or less.
he wants to stop his dad. Does he feel bad that he killed his brother?
Of course.
Yes.
I think he does.
He was
Okay.
a kid as well.
He was a kid as well. So he's actually. So who's the person calling?
I think that might be William
William
Afton.
Afton. It's also it's up for debate whether it's a phone call.
That's what I just said, and you said no.
Oh, I thought you were saying who the security guard is.
No, the guy calling.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
William Afton.
I think it's. I'm not sure. I think it might be.
I've
William
never heard
Afton.
that it's William Afton. I've heard that it was Courtney.
But it's also up for debate if it's actually a phone call or if it's a tape that you're listening to.
Oh,
And not
that's
happening
what
in
it
real
says
time.
on there. Phone call or tape on the board.
Um,
Oh.
so yeah.
God, the guy who created this was probably like, "What did I do?"
Well,
Literally.
what's funny is, as Courtney said, like these games would be made, but then Matt Pat and other theorists would like create this story that they think is going on, and that would then affect
The
what-
games.
what he
Yeah.
then makes, and they're kind of one-upping each other.
Yeah, because
that's why
sometimes
things-
their theories would be like better than his lore, and then he'd be kind of stubborn and wanting to be like, actually, it's something else, and try and like it was a very like
So they were literally Matt Pat and this creator was literally Henry Emily and William
Exactly.
Afton.
whoa.
Scott-
That's just a theory.
In many ways, yeah, Scott was William Afton and Matt Pat was Henry Emily, and there was some jealousy. There was a lot of
Sounds
stuff.
like it.
It's you know what it's like. Do you remember the movie The Village?
Of course.
Do you remember how that ending got leaked months before the movie came out, and then M. Night Shyamalan changed the ending, and the ending then sucked?
The ending sucked, but I do not remember there being a leak.
I don't remember.
That's Ron
that was-
Howard's daughter, and then what's Ron Howard's daughter, and then what's that other actor's name who's in?
We do this every
never seen
episode.
We do this every episode. You
Who is
would
that
know
actor?
it.
And we
I've
have
never seen it.
So much to cover.
Anyways,
know that.
so back to this. But that's what was going on, and that's why the lore is confusing, and there's a lot of debate, and things often don't make sense, or there's very
Got
different
it.
takes.
That I can understand.
Because, like I said, Courtney is from the school of Matt Pat. There's a lot
Spencer's from the school of Vest,
Yeah.
yeah, Spencer's from the school of Vest. I don't know what's going on.
and you're from the
I
school
thought
of
I
Help.
thought I knew what was going on in every single sentence that said. I'm like, I know as much as Amanda. I knew that, but I wanted to get to the big first thing, which is that
Great.
it's ghosts. It's ghosts of children.
that are
controlling
now
these
the
animatronics.
children are. What is their motive to like move around? They're trying to find William Afton, or they're just trying to live and have a party.
I don't think they're trying to live and have a party. I think they are probably vengeful spirits.
Are they vengeful?
I think
think
they're
they're
trying to.
They're trying to get William Afton to stop.
Got it.
Um,
Understood.
so do we now move on to Five Nights at Freddy's 3?
Sure. I don't know much about this one.
Oh, this is the one that I think
Perfect. Let me.
So Five Nights at Freddy's 3 is the one where it's kind of more of like it's years in the future, and it's like, oh, we want to make this haunted based on all these stories we've heard about Freddy Fazbear's and all the weird shit that's gone on there and the murders and supposed things that have happened. We want to make this horror attraction.
But real fast. Do you remember which one 3 is?
3 is the one where it's just that yellow rabbit coming, and then you'd have
Yes.
the flashes on screen, but you
Yes.
wouldn't be dead, and
And
you're,
you turn it off, and then you'd hear. Is that what you're talking about?
that's the bedroom.
No. That weird hallway that it was really dark and it was like a little game, and you turn on the light and you'd have to
yes.
get the rabbit to the spot.
That was 4. That was 4.
That's a mini game.
That's a mini game in 4. 3 is the one. 3 is the one with the computer where you'd have to reboot. Remember? It's like
Let me show
reboot
you what
all.
let me show you what the room looks like in FNAF 3.
Yeah.
If that. It's like where you're in that room like the whole time. It's the
It's
one
like-
where he pokes his head out of the. It's like he'll walk
It
by.
might blend into one and two.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's one where you
Okay.
have to turn to the computer, and it's like, oh, I have to reboot the systems.
Oh. Remember, we had to keep rebooting, and I was
Yes.
like, "Let's just reboot it
You
all at
reboot
once." And you
all.
were like, "No, don't do that."
Just reboot the vents. Just reboot
I
the
remember
whatever.
when I was told not to do something. That gets me. back
Yeah,
to-
so we
Remember we got in trouble when we had to take you out back?
yeah, I remember that.
yeah.
It was awful.
But that,
I barely
it's that
recovered.
one. Only being chased by the yellow rabbit. But there's the weird faces that would just pop up
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes,
and
yes.
it was jarring. That was the first one where you like cried.
Oh
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh my
yeah.
God,
That's
scared
why I
the shit-
forgot it.
Yeah, it's
And then you
traumatic.
see there was one really fucked up, messed up robot animatronic thing on the ground in one of the cameras.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
there was different eras where they would take away certain animatronics or bring in other ones.
Yes.
They vaulted them.
And those shadows that you saw was their spirits. And it was like kind of the game being so it's like you could get scared but still play. The game's purpose was, but it was like they called it Nightmare or Shadow Bunny.
It's because you had to like. It's because you were like running out of air. Remember, you had to like reset
No,
the air.
now I
Yeah.
remember. I remember that the ventilation.
Yeah.
There's no greater threat to your hot girl summer than swamp ass.
I've heard about that.
Am I right?
Uh-huh.
What a buzzkill. But luckily, MeUndies has an amazing pair of underwear that is great for the warmer months. It is anti-odor and lightweight and very breathable.
Okay.
And it's responsibly sourced. They use sustainable materials and they give back to their workers. Also, if you don't like your first pair of MeUndies, it's on them. They'll take care of it. So summer is coming. Get every cut for your butt from MeUndies. Get 20% off your first order plus free shipping at MeUndies.com/Smoshmouth. That's MeUndies.com/Smoshmouth for 20% off plus free shipping. MeUndies. Comfort from the outside in.
All right, let's get back to the episode.
Let's go. This episode is brought to you by Aura Frames, which were voted Best Digital Photo Frame by Wirecutter and was featured 3 times on Oprah's Favorite Things.
Oh yeah, it's a great product. I love it. And I have one, but I've also given it as a gift to my mom because I know she would love this. It's got unlimited storage. The brightness on it is great. It's private. It's got a lot of great security. You can change the photos on it at any time from your device, and it's so cool because you can keep it fresh all year. You can be changing it up. I can change things from for the frame that my mom has. Even from here on my phone,
Amazing.
So I can be adding photos and stuff to it. It's so cool. It's the best gift for, frankly, any occasion.
Listeners can save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com/Smosh to get $30 off plus free shipping on their best-selling frame. That's auraframes.com/Smosh. Use code SMOSH at checkout to save. Terms and conditions apply.
Back to the show. But we're only running away from that yellow rabbit.
Yeah.
What is your theory? Did you have a theory on who that yellow rabbit was? Springtrap.
Springtrap.
There's just the one guy. And we'd be sitting there being like, F you, like, don't
I
come in
remember that.
here.
Well, now I have more of a theory than I did back then. Maybe it's you said none of the kids are in the animatronics.
Well, the spirits of children are in these animatronics.
So which spirit of,
But the bodies were eventually found. They did find, but then the animatronics were still left behind.
oh, so the possession. So it wouldn't be, Springtrap wouldn't be the youngest son. The Bite of 83.
I like that. I like that guess though. The story is pretty insane. You're probably not gonna
Tell me.
It's a lot. So I know the general one.
And then we can add
We
solve
can add the
it. You go
details.
for it.
So William Afton's killing all these children, right?
Yeah.
But he eventually ends up. He goes back to the Five Nights at Freddy's, or he goes back to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
He's there, and then he sees the ghosts of these children, and
it's famously known that it's 5 of them.
5 of these children, and he sees them. He's freaking out. They chase him and corner him. We got to this cutscene at one point in Five Nights at Freddy's 3,
Yes.
where they all show up. And you see this yellow bunny suit.
Yes.
And there's this purple guy, and you're like, who's this purple guy?
Uh-huh.
He then is like, okay, you're not going to get me. I'm going to stop you.
I'm going to hide in this suit.
I'm going to hide in this suit. I'm going to get in this suit.
William Afton.
William Afton, the guy who killed all these children, the guy behind it all, he gets into this suit, and then the springlock stuff messes up, and it skewers him and just completely decimates his body on the inside.
So he's now possessed.
This is what's really crazy. Him up. He's there in this room. Nobody finds him for decades, and he doesn't die. He refuses to die because he's such a hateful, vengeful, crazy person.
The level of hate I aspired at.
This is where the game takes a train to crazy town.
Okay.
He doesn't die. He's just in the suit, basically as this weird, undead, robotic nightmare person. And he's there until that's found and it's brought to that horror attraction. And so that is literally William Afton coming after you. He's just a murderous monster.
And one of the fun things that's on this board that's for example, of how people are putting some of these things together is this kid who's leading the other kids in chasing him. you see on this shot, there's a tear streaming down with an eye, very similar to these are tears going down the puppet's face.
Yeah.
That is so sad.
So that's Henry Emily's daughter, who was leading helping all these spirits get revenge, and then he's like I refuse to die, I refuse. So then he's in this suit now, and he just doesn't die because he just doesn't die.
And he's the worst looking one.
Yeah, he's super
Yeah, that's why
messed
he
up.
moved differently than the animatronics that were just like.
Yeah, because he doesn't understand.
Well, because he's a body. He's like they're
Yeah.
just spirits within a
Actual
machine.
animatronic.
And so he's literally
That is so scary. I think that if I knew that, the games would be scarier.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I think that made it less scary for me because I'm just like, oh, there's all this crazy lore. behind
No.
this.
I think attaching like I know it's not true. Well, I don't know. Attaching those type of facts to it would make it scarier for me.
wow.
Yeah.
Are there any questions you have, like as far as the first 4 games that you are curious about?
So William Afton's son, Michael, killed his brother by accident. He was young. He felt really, really bad about it. So he became the security guard. And William Afton was like, oh, I can't believe this is happening. But like, I want to keep going. And then because he was so upset, he wanted to figure out the possession of his own son. He started killing kids, stuffing them in the animatronics. And the animatronics started coming after him as the possessed souls. And then he had this, during all of that, William Afton had this like kind of like you one-upping situation with Henry Emily, and then he kills Henry Emily's daughter, and then she becomes a puppet, and then kind of protects the realm, and then all the souls of the kids go after him, and then he jumps into the yellow bunny, and then he's now Springtrap and fucked up. That's what I've gotten so far.
Honestly,
Pretty good. You gathered it really well.
Yeah. Look, people in the comments might dispute some things, but
Oh, our comments.
you're gonna you know the general story.
Shane, your comments are gonna be a nightmare.
I like information. I like information. Like, I didn't realize this about myself, but Garde's always just like, okay, you won't like say yes until you get all the information. Like, I love information so much, so I am eating this up right now. Whether it's true or not, whatever. This is our theory.
Also, for
I'm
people
cool with.
watching, we will have you watch the Matt Pat videos so you can then fully know. But this is like the introduction to
I'll
it.
watch him if I can meet him.
Because this is us regurgitating Matt Pat as far as we interpreted it to you. So it's a game of telephone, and we're probably fucking up a lot. But that's okay. This is fun.
Big question. Should I watch the movie?
I want to watch it with you.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's also, the movie doesn't align very much with this lore. It's confusing.
It's a kind of a different
It's a weird Frankenstein.
More of a reboot.
Honestly, it's visually really cool. Blumhouse did the best they could with the script.
Got it. Understood.
and they had I think Jim Henson company make all the puppets.
Not even joking, no.
It's really cool looking.
That's really
That's
Or
real.
sorry, not the puppets,
really
but like
crazy.
the
Animatronics
suits.
and
Jim
suits.
Henson. And
yeah, his like
okay.
son and like because I think his son took over the company.
It's really cool.
His son took over the company because he did what to his other kid?
Yeah, because
Okay.
Jim Henson. See, Jim Henson and Stan Winston had a.
No, we're joking that it's a Henry Emily, William Afton situation.
No, Jim Henson was a real.
No. Okay. What else?
Okay. I guess we get into Sister Location now.
Which takes place kind of in between 4 and 2.
Up for debate.
Sister Location is
That was the one where you guys. It was the first one where you guys were like, "This is really different." It's like where you're like crawling and you have
You're
to keep
moving
stopping.
around.
oh. I
It's
was
where
not a
you're-
fan of this one. The door. The door.
Yeah, you're trying to hold the door
the
from the
goddamn
baby.
door.
Yeah, it's awful.
You're holding
Right.
the door from that baby.
This one drove me nuts. Okay.
Yeah. So that one, you are playing as Michael Afton.
I believe so.
Yes. And I heard chronologically that this could take place who fucking knows when. But you are playing as Michael Afton. Now, the crazy thing about this one, do you remember this girl was the one who was like talking to us and leading us around the whole place?
She talked
Yeah.
so much, man.
So the theory is that is William Afton's daughter.
Who got scooped?
Scooped.
You just
No.
used the word scooped. She didn't know what that is.
What's scooped?
She got scooped.
What's scooped?
Did she get scooped?
She got scooped.
Thought someone
Give
else
me
got
the
scooped.
definition of
so-
scooped.
So these animatronics they were like a different model, very different from the other stuff. And they had these weird, mysterious storage compartments in their abdomen. And so you might have seen in some of the gameplay where you look at blueprints of these animatronics that you could almost see like a child inside of the abdomen of these things. And so basically the kids love these. Some of the kids love these animatronics. The daughter loved them. Some of the cutscenes you see the brother like seeing her in the backyard playing with her little FNAF dolls, and
She was just like Courtney.
yeah, and like you might have heard a recording of the daughter being like, "Hey, like why won't you let me near the animatronics? Like didn't you make her for me?"
Oh.
That made, and the daughter saying that made this one, because they wanted to be alive. It was like a weird storm of William Afton wanting to create life for himself to live on forever, but also it was just this factory wasn't just making these animatronics. It was harvesting children's souls. And because there was something special and magical about a child's soul that is like truly magic and can be like used as this like infinite energy that he was trying to use. And so she snatches the kid up and puts her in there, and then she's like stuck in there.
She
and that's how it
scoops her?
starts.
Is that what scooping is?
Scooping is a thing that happens in the factory where it's like supposedly for the robots, but it ends up being like done to people.
Oh.
And it becomes this weird back and forth where William Afton is trying to basically create life, and then these robots want to be alive.
Oh.
So there's books and there's cutscenes that kind of make it that it's potentially
Feels like one of those typical stories where like the mad scientist, his project takes over.
Yeah.
Ex Machina.
That's very much. I think FNAF.
That's what this feels like.
FNAF is just like
It's
X.
kind of
Yeah, essentially his daughter. So he's already lost the son. He's already lost Ethan, or what is
Evan.
it? Evan.
Bite of 83.
Yeah, he already lost Ian Hecox from Smosh. and then he's like, this can't happen again. Blah 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 blah. And then as he's like making all these other robots because he's fucking stupid. His daughter is left alone with Baby, and
Baby's like, baby wants baby inside of baby.
Exactly. And then Baby kills, and then is ultimately possesses. I don't remember.
her eyes change colors. In the game, you see the daughter has I think it's the daughter has blue eyes and Baby had green eyes, and when that might be switched, and then when the daughter possesses the robot, her eye color change to the daughter's color.
Oh, because baby's like, I want to know what it's like to
Yeah, literally.
have the child's soul in me.
Well, if you listen, I listened to this like right before we did this. You hear it's when you're like pulling the fucking door shut.
hate that
It's like
door.
when you're in the door, you hear Baby talking to you, and Baby's like, "Hey, like I was in the room with this girl, and I gave her ice cream, and the next thing I knew, like she was inside my stomach." She was like, that's where I think you guys heard her. She's like, oh, like the screaming stopped like really quickly.
I remember this now. That makes it way scarier. Whereas like when I was doing it, I was so annoyed with the fucking door
No, that's
that
fair.
now I would be like, oh God,
And I think that is the
freaky.
If I can get bigger picture here for a minute, I think that's what's hard to do about horror and like horror games, especially.
You have to
'cause,
know
like,
the lore.
Well, no, it's like the second you get frustrated, the second it kind of becomes not scary. And I think that's what you guys were encountering a lot in the newest one. It's like
Security breach, yeah.
The second you guys,
We were getting frustrated, so we weren't as scared, so the game wasn't as fun.
yeah, like you want in a horror game to feel like if you fail, then it just becomes frustrating. But if it's like,
There's
if you feel
consequences.
like you're about to fail, that's when it's really
Yeah,
scary.
tension is what's scary. And that's why, like, when we did VR, what was so scary for me is I never saw the animatronics. And that actually made it worse for me because I was just, like, waiting to see them.
The Jaws effect. Because that's the thing with horror is like sometimes it's a perfect amount of mystery that makes it more scary. And I think that that's also why those games weren't as scary, because you're seeing too much. You're seeing way too much.
They're like interacting with you. You're like crawling around in Freddy Fazbear. He's like, what? He's walking you around. Like, they're in
the
full
newer
full
ones.
daylight.
And the movie fucks up in that way where you see too much and you're like, you get the ick.
You don't want to see too much. It's like the classic movie Halloween. Like that was one of the first real horror movies that really did that so well, which is what you don't see is the scariest part. And he's just a guy with a mask, but that movie is terrifying.
It's why, like, my favorite of all the games, and the one I had the most fun playing, was the first one. Because
Yeah.
it's just so minimal, and you're just truly in a room, you're looking at security cameras, and they're just there. They're just static. They're not moving around, and that always freaked me the hell out the most. Once you get later on, you're seeing them move around. I'm just like, I'm not as scared now. Like, it's not, there's too much going on when it's just like still
Also,
images.
security cameras.
Yeah.
I think the knowing that they're getting closer, but you can't
awful.
see them. You can only see them through like a blurry image.
No, it's brilliant. Frankly.
Like signs.
It's
yeah.
really, really brilliant.
Do you want to get back to it?
Yeah, a theory that maybe I misinterpreted this from Matt Pat, but I think something that made me less scared, just thinking about the story itself, is at the end, because we didn't beat a lot of these games, but at the end of
We tried.
We did try. We tried our best. We really did. But at the end of Sister Location, and you're playing as Michael Afton, what happens at the end of that game is that you get scooped.
Yeah.
You get led to a room by Baby. She leads you to a room, and it then scoops everything out of him, and then he is replaced.
They replace what they scooped out with animatronic, like a machine.
So Michael Afton is actually an animatronic.
Which animatronic?
Just
He's
a human with animatronic insides. Then it starts getting really messed up because then these robots, they start wanting to take on the people. It's like the roles are reversed, and there's cutscenes of him walking around in the world, and his body gets more and more messed up because he's basically this walking corpse, but with a machine moving his body.
and so he smells bad.
That's why he's stinky.
Wait, guys, I don't remember playing it and having the smell bad thing ever be a
Well,
thing.
It's a cutscene. I don't get it either.
It's only at the end when it's like fired for like tampering with a machine and odor.
Oh, I remember that, and I was like, "That's weird."
So that
my
makes
God.
a lot of stuff crazier. Is that the entire time you're playing as an animatronic person?
Kind of, yeah. Like
Kind
just
of.
like
And the rest of those games are. When am I playing as an animatronic?
as one and in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2. You're playing as Michael Afton, who has been scooped and is a dead guy, but who's still like
Is
driven,
trying to fix
he's
it.
driven to solve the or like resolve the
Make amends for his father's
Exactly.
mistakes. Wow.
So he's trying to the William Afton was had a side quest of making synthetic people almost and that's what Michael Afton ended up becoming was because it's robot inside, person outside, and a lot of the books are I guess they're not the best written, but there's books where it's about the daughter and how she might have been taken on by Baby, but the story is about this young girl who's she's grown up, and then she starts to learn that she's not a real person. And she was supposedly the daughter of William Afton. So, there's all these weird, interesting side plots of him. He literally tried to recreate his kids with this soul energy and with robotics.
I see. So the kids are just dealing with the father's madness.
Did you ever meet her? Did you ever meet her?
I do remember her.
She's the one in the dark room that we're trying to hide.
The ballerina.
She sings.
Yes.
Mother.
Yeah.
So it's really annoying to me because Matt Pat at first totally dismissed her, and a lot of people don't really pay attention to her, but it's so obvious to me that William Afton made her after his wife, because there's so many cutscenes where there's an upset, disgruntled wife and literally Baby, the daughter, and then this woman. So that's why I put mother, because it's very obviously I don't think it's her soul, but I think she left him, and he wanted to replace her in a sense.
definitely
too.
left
That's
him.
my personal theory.
I believe that. That feels like it's definitely.
Why else was? And then people are no, he just wanted to make more sexy characters, because there is this community that totally sexualizes the animatronics, and it's a thing. It's a different.
It's a pretty awesome community.
and it's frankly
And
pretty
remember,
sick.
these
it's
are
frankly the
children.
coolest thing.
Yes. So what was funny is when you were talking about Chica, is Chica a baby or a woman? It's she's
Both.
kind of both, but a ghost of a child.
girl.
Well, she's both but the young child is stunted in growth. They're not
Yeah.
growing up to be adults,
not.
right?
I guess
But then
not.
again, why did the animatronic change so much? Is it a
It
different
was just
animatronic?
constantly new models.
So it's a different model. So the kid goes off and possesses the new models.
No, I don't think so.
I think they're just fully different.
They're like updated.
So maybe it's a possession of someone else, but it's not an adult.
Well, I think he also murdered more kids than those 5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, those are just the original 5. So yeah, I think you're right. Where it's like, yeah, he was literally like harvesting children's soul energy in this sister location facility where he's creating all these robots, and that's what
Wow.
like, powered them.
And that's where you see it's like the underground, like it is like the sister location. I think it might be under his house
And that's
Where the
basically what it says in
fungus is?
where the
books.
fungus is.
Where the fungus is.
But
The fungus is the soul energy.
Some we kind of with some I don't think we really addressed, but in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, you know where you're like the son, you're running around and blah blah blah.
yeah, that son was so annoying.
They're you know there's like the animatronic like the little mini Fazbear on the bed. That's how the dad would kind of keep him in check. It's got like camera eyes, and I think you see the footage like of that like later in the game.
his
But
little toy, and it talks to him, right?
yeah, that's like his surrogate dad kind of like
I thought it was just like him, just surveying his son.
yeah. So like there's like surveillance cameras in like all throughout the house.
So when the little kid Evan is going through one of the games, he's not dead yet.
He's not dead, but he dies in the game, like kind of like off camera. Or
I
not
didn't
off
know
camera,
that.
But like
Well, because sometimes in the gameplay you see like hospital stuff. You might not have paid attention to the environment. So
well, I don't think y'all got that far.
Oh,
Which understandable.
Is so scary.
That game's a nice.
Yeah, there are
game's
occasional
hard.
moments, I guess, in the game where and I need to just watch someone else play it again, because I watched Markiplier play it, but you'll occasionally see like, is it like an IV or something? You'll
Yeah,
see
like
like
on the
hospital
bed.
Prescription
things.
bottles.
So it's like once you're on the 4th night or 5th night,
Yeah.
and so you're like, oh wait, why is the environment kind of changing? And it's because then I guess supposedly you're then playing.
Yeah. So like
as
the first
youngest.
4 nights, you're like having a nightmare, and then in between's like night 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 or whatever. That's when the bite of 83 occurs.
You're in the coma.
And you're in the coma, and then like as you're dying, you have like the one last like nightmare, and that's when your father's like, "I will put you back together."
That's truly the most horrifying plot line of any of the games, and that is also the worst game to play. It is so
I
terrifying.
love that we're putting all of this information and then attaching game to it.
I know it's
like
very fun.
game.
And the game is like so minimal and silly.
Yeah, no, because when in Matt Pat's videos, he's telling all this lore and story and showing cutscenes, but he doesn't show a single lick of gameplay. It's so
Well, it's because you see the gameplay and you're just like,
Yeah.
you're just like the
Guy
gameplay's not.
sitting-
It's
sitting
yeah.
guy.
But it's funny. I mean, even all these like horrific events, when you see them in the cutscenes, it's just like, and then like the worst thing ever happened. You see like, like
Those silly little.
So,
All told in 8.
so do we know which kids are in which animatronics?
I don't think like
there is content
I
that
think
says
there's like they all have
Ooh.
like one of the kids. I think one of the kids' names is like Fritz or something silly.
it's Fitzgerald.
who's
but it's
in, who's
Fritz
in
for
Chica?
sure or
That's what
something.
I want to know.
A girl, a little girl.
little girl.
She's hungry.
Now, I don't even know the answer to this, but is like another kid in Balloon Boy and stuff? Is it?
I don't know the Balloon Boy.
We got to
lore.
give this a
I don't
Shane.
know
This is his
Balloon Boy
obsession.
lore.
He needs
I
to
sh-
know.
I'll-
I think so the kid. Okay, so there is a child within Balloon Boy. His name is Shane Top.
Yeah, it's me.
And he keeps coming in. Hello.
Hello.
It's me.
Hello.
Hello.
So we need to know
Hi.
Balloon Boy lore.
I don't know Balloon Boy lore.
I don't either. I
Same.
think I wanted to cover just that it's ghosts.
Yeah, and there was
That's
a
the
lot of
main
and
thing
a
of
lot of these animatronics, like the puppet, it was supposed to be like surveillance by like purpose.
Yeah.
And it was a surveillance thing for not just for the kid spirits, but like when it was built for
Henry Emily.
the pizza place, it was to watch kids.
Oh,
Just to like oh, I'm sorry.
so Balloon
you
Boy's
say
his pronouns are he him. According to the Five Nights at Freddy's wiki, as
And the Five Nights at Freddy's wiki is fan made.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. It's all fan made. But the creator of these games be popping off on Twitter, or at least used to be.
yeah, there's no lore on the wiki.
Good
Well,
job.
I guess
You
the
literally
commenters-
interrupted me deep into some lore to give us nothing. Go off, girl. Give us nothing.
He wears blue pants and simple brown shoes.
Wow. See, I didn't know that.
See, I actually didn't know that. Due to the fact that his only lines of dialogue depict him saying hello, hi, and laughter, Balloon Boy's personality is not clearly specified.
Yeah.
But the way that but all of those these animatronics that were being made and with the timeline being all crazy, this sister location where it was the facility where they made a lot of these animatronics weren't just in the facilities, they were also rented out to birthday parties. So there was like, I think you could see a schedule of availability of availability for each of the animatronics, and you could see like, oh, Chica wasn't available because she was either in maintenance or at a party, and like, so Balloon Boy could have been made, and then they all just like had at some point they just had a generic soul that was just taken at some point.
And we haven't even gotten to brother location.
But doesn't that, is that made up?
Yeah.
But doesn't that suck that you die and you have to possess and then you have to work kids' parties? It's almost like getting killed and then you're like, all right, well, you're dead. Sorry about that. Go work this princess party. You're going to be Cinderella for a bunch of 10-year-olds.
A fate worse
Good luck.
than death.
Yeah.
I think Balloon, like some might just legit be animatronics because like the animatronics work.
They do.
Like you can, like
They
Balloon
do.
Boy might just legit just be an animatronic.
Like they sing songs and give ice cream. Like that's like the whole thing.
Have you
like
ever
an
met
ice cream
Charles
machine and-
Entertainment Cheese?
No.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh.
That's his full name.
So when I was a kid, I did not like going to Chuck E. Cheese because I don't like animatronics and dolls. I get
My
scared
sister's
of
terrified
them.
of them.
I don't like dolls.
I'm not-
Animatronics.
I'm not around animatronics that much, but like, I remember Chuck E. Cheese like being like, even remember in the Goofy movie when they like went to go to like a pizza place and they had fake animatronics and it was kind of a scary scene. Do you remember that?
Well, I mean, what's crazy is so you know how the thing that started all of this, which was them telling you that Five Nights was a true story. The game itself is roughly inspired by a true story that happened at Chuck E. Cheese. And this is, trigger warning, it is like based on a real murder that happened. It was an ex-employee came into a Chuck E. Cheese after hours, like a party was running late and 5 employees were still there, 5. And they were all, I'm so sorry, this is dark, but they were shot. And he thought he killed all 5 of them, but the 5th person was still alive, survived, and then that person was put to trial and arrested.
So that person was able to be like, no.
No,
this
this
was the
happened where this
who-
person thought he killed all of them in a Chuck E. Cheese. They were not in the suits.
Well, I need to look this up.
Yeah, that's what started it all.
Whoa.
And that was in the early 90s, I believe.
Damn.
This is like, it's such a crazy story, but it's also like, you know how they say there's like 10 stories and we just keep doing theories based on those 10 main stories. This is true. It's like very much greed, hunger, kind of hunger, but greed, jealousy, and like having a bunch of people pay for like one person's greed and their mistakes. It's very much that story. But shall I say, it's also very fungus-like because everything is connected, and all the animatronics are also they're kind of like talking to each other. So really, I was correct.
I think you were right.
It's like a spectral fungus.
Well, the creator of
Right.
Five Nights at Freddy's could come out and say, you know what, actually, Amanda's correct.
Yeah, he might tweak
He
it.
could change it all, and then we're just
Oh.
like, that's it. That's true now.
I doubt it, but that's awesome.
Yeah.
This was unbelievable.
Yeah, there's also so much we didn't touch
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Some things might have been out of order. Like there is cutscenes and stuff that has stuff that happened to Emily. To stuff that happened to Henry Emily, the business partner.
Yeah, I want to
It's,
know
like,
about
really
that.
dark. But yeah, I feel pretty good about what we told Amanda today.
You
Yeah.
now could have a conversation with someone about it.
Absolutely. When I meet Matt Pat, we will talk.
Literally, no. I mean, look, I tried reaching out to him. I've had no success. But when someday we do have him on, because that's my dream, you will be able to just riff on it now.
So you'll have Matt Pat on, and I'll have Keith Morrison on, and we'll bring them on the same episode.
Exactly.
Amazing.
They're basically the same.
Oh, okay. Well,
but it's also important to note that we didn't really get to any of like the resolutions of any of this. Like some of the games do kind of try and like
Right.
resolve this.
Yeah.
But it's just like, frankly, there's 5 different endings where it's like,
Well-
and then they finally kill William Afton, but he's back.
Yeah.
But then
we
they
didn't even
kill-
play. We
yeah.
didn't play some of the games
Yeah, so
too.
there's one thing he says. He says, "I always come back."
Yeah. But you know the general idea. You know it's ghosts now. It's
You
not
guys
fungus.
have launched me into the beginning of my research
Yeah,
journey.
and I will be sending you
Yeah,
the
we'll be sending
entire
links.
playlist of Matt Pat's explanations.
We should make sure we send her the important ones. You can see when you get the playlist, you can see there's like some that have like 600,000 views, and then you'll see some that have like 48 million views.
48 million?
Yeah, he's Matt Pat.
And the problem, not the problem, but you know, when he's making the earlier videos, he doesn't have all the information, like, because no one did. So he's making like his theories based on like just playing the first two, and then
Like-
by the time the third or fourth one comes out, it'll kind of like undermine or cancel like things that like he
Cancel out, yeah.
like predicted. So I would recommend, and you know, we'll try and curate like, and you know, maybe we'll post some in the comments too, or in the description.
Do
But it's
it.
like, hey,
I love that idea.
it's hard journalism and research that he's done. Like he worked so hard. Don't laugh at that.
No, I'm saying it there's a truth to it.
I don't
Ever
even
heard
know
Deep
how
Throat?
many hours he spent researching the gameplay itself, all these forums, and trying to make sense of it all himself. Like, and he truly told an amazing story, so much so that he threw the creator for a loop, and honestly, it all imploded on itself.
Whoa, so he became the mad scientist. No, he's Henry Emily. That's what you just said.
And then with the VR game, that potentially plays into it where it's like, oh, he sold off the gameplay, but turns out Springtrap is inside the VR because you, as an employee of this VR company, are inspecting the games when you're playing them, and you get led down to actually let Springtrap out on accident. It's crazy.
Which is William Afton.
Yeah.
You think. But that's just a theory. I'm
You said it.
so cool.
Said it.
I'm so cool.
Well, thank you both for being here.
Yes, thank you
you
so
both for
much.
covering this for me because I didn't know.
And this
jack shit.
board, we need to take a picture of this board and post it.
Oh, this is
somewhere.
the thumbnail.
Okay.
Just that. None of us.
just picture Matt Pat.
Amanda, the Five Nights at Freddy's journey has been insane.
Oh, and there's so much I didn't get to say.
I know.
Yeah.
We scratched the surface. I'm sure there's inconsistencies and
People who are watching right now, if you're a FNAF fan and this made your like little soul cringe, I'm so sorry, but it's all just a theory, like Amanda said.
That's right.
yeah, that's what Amanda's known for saying. That's just a theory.
Yep.
A game theory.
Okay.
Now he's never gonna come on.
Yeah, I know.
Don't do that. Hey, Henry Emily, it's fine. Just come on the show.
Emily. Yeah, come on down, Henry Emily. Thank you all for watching. Amanda, thanks for being such a sport throughout all this.
Oh my God. I love it. I was so curious, and now I have this information. Thanks for spending so much time on it. I appreciate it. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I love scary shit.
Love you.
Love you.
All right.
I guess I'm attracted to you. What's going on?